Hi and welcome to Another Gamers. The game today we're going to play is Dungeons of Dredmor and the You Have to Name the Expansion Pack. Okay, this was recently released just yesterday. I've had a little chance to look around it and get to know it a little bit better, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the first real look at it and also record as we go along. So I do know a little bit about what's coming up in it, but not too much. Now we're going to going rogue with Permadeath and also smaller areas so we can get through everything a little bit quicker. We're not going to go for the extra levels though. Now we're going to pick out the abilities specifically. So we're going to pick all the new 4 skill trees so we can take a good look at them. But also we're going to pick some stuff which complements them, such as blood magic for the few things that actually require spell points. So Promethean magic to go along with it, and tinkering. So we got also the Promethean magic can kind of enhances this as well. So this is not going to be a random skill set. We'll do that at some other point. We're going to go with this for the time being. And we're going to take up our new hero. And we're going to enter the dungeon. So as you can see, we've got 3 initial abilities. Now this one, Plutonic Fist, I think is a very nice ability. Let's go have a quick look at it. When I use it, you need to cast it on yourself. You can cast it on other creatures, but you don't really want to. It gives +5 power, so that's an extra +5 generic damage, but it does come at a cost of counter, reduces it by quite a bit, and also massively reduces your crit chance. So we don't really see any crits, but we do see general damage all the time. Now we do have some new items. We start off with the leather cap with a cock in it, but this is a much better item. Same damage, basic damage reduction, but we get 4 block instead. Now we do have started off with a porter still and some other little bits of equipment. So as you can see, our initial damage is actually quite good. This ability I'll show you later, but it's very handy. Now with the blood mage ability, basically we can just kind of hit creatures constantly with this, and it's just a way of increasing our damage all the time. It's quite handy. We start off with a little crossbow, so it gives us some range damage ability once we find some arrows to go along with it. Now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to use looking for the quests at the moment. I have found early on when I was playing, if I tried to take the quests too early when the map hadn't been explored, it just kind of bugged out really. Actually what we're going to do is we're going to go over, smash the statue because it almost levels her up, and then we're going to kill this creature because that'll heal us up as well at the same time. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go straight out and learn something that's going to help keep us alive, because we're a little bit underpowered at the moment. We don't cause much damage and we don't have much ability to actually try and cause damage. We're going to use this. This is going to help us give us some resistances. It's going to mean that our damage is reduced and also just keep us alive longer. So if I use this, as you can see, it basically gives us resistances to pretty much everything, and also a point damage reduction. So overall, we're just going to be that much harder to kill. So whilst we might not kick out as much damage, they're just going to cause a lot less damage. It does take up some mana points, but again, with blood mana, we're going to see that come up pretty quickly. 'Cause we can usually actually, with our enhanced damage output, we can pretty much kill things fairly quickly. So it pretty much balances out at the moment. And so at earlier levels, it becomes quite a powerful combination. It can kind of keep us alive. So we need to just get through these quickly as possible. Move out over here so we don't get attacked from both sides at the same time. As you can see, even with all that combat, barely took any damage. We took more mana damage, but that's not to worry. We'll take the mana damage because there's loads of different ways of regenerating that. It's a little bit harder to actually regenerate everything else. I knew that trap was there somewhere. And now we can't get rid of that trap at the moment. So we're going to find a lot of traps like that. Anvil of Krong, way too early. We got nothing decent, not going to enchant anything. Because especially we're not going to waste our first enchantment. First enchantment is almost guaranteed to succeed. Well, it is guaranteed to succeed. So not going to waste that. Croon Stone Axe, 2 slashing damage. No, that's no better than the weapon we've got at the moment. Found the eyeball shrine, so when we get some quests, we'll be able to get them there. Now, I'm not using these at the moment. Use them too early, you just get teleported everywhere. You have no idea where you're going into. If you get surrounded, you can find you've got no way out whatsoever. Now, actually, what I am going to do is I'm going to apply that ability and that ability down there. We don't really need to use those. And we're just going to... Yeah, it's all the same ability, really, but we'll when we get some more, we'll overwrite those. That was a bit silly, kind of walked into that. And then I just carried on staying inside it as well. Yes, that's one thing really need to pay attention to. No, the trap must be further down there, so we can get past here quite safely. And let's see what special abilities. Flail, not really that useful. Now, 2 statues, we can smash that one, almost go up a level. What we want to do is now find a creature or a trap. Trap would do. Because if we can do that, then we can go up a level. There it is. Almost. Usually a few more traps around here. This kind of area. Axita. Yes, we'll have to look at the smithing later. Gnome, he'll do. Kill him, get him out of the way. No, he escaped. That's not allowed. Not especially when we're trying to go up a level. Right, that gets us our level. Now already we started coming against some traps that we can't get rid of, so we need to take this. It'll just mean that any traps that we come across we can deal with. There's nothing worse really in this game than just traps you can't disarm. Also helps you recover them. Of course, now we got that, now we can smash the statue and pick up the 100 XP. Because it's just a waste if you do it the other way around. And we can now get rid of some of the slightly more dangerous traps. Also have a better chance of seeing them as well. And hopefully we'll find some decent loot. But we'll see. Just nothing too exciting down here at the moment, just general bits and pieces, but of course it never hurts. Poison ampule, some gloves, venturing gloves. Not bad, not terrible, but it's worth just having them on because it's better than having nothing. So, where are we at the moment? Yeah, we got a fairly decent supply of food. Could do with a grater, but then you could always do with a grater early on. Now, I just did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do, and that's accidentally step onto one of those. Lutefisk. Yes, if we can get a hold of 500 Lutefisk, then we can get a very good and powerful item. Just slap out some early magic there, just trying to whittle down their strength. That means when we come to them, we can take them on quite easily. Cybertronic amulet, they are quite nice, quite tasty actually. And it's fairly easy to build, really. Oh, we got curved rebows, clockwork bolt thrower. Again, another one of those. Nature orb, quite hard to come by. And why on earth did I step into that trap? It's one of the things about this game. You might kind of make one silly mistake, and it can easily get you killed. Now, thankfully, I'm at a point where that's not much of a worry right now. Got enough hit points, and they're just not causing enough damage. But it's one of those things you can't afford to make a mistake later on. Don't know what the alchemical goo does. I have yet to figure it out. I don't know, is it a crafting component? Is it something that was just... it's there, you can sell it? I suppose I'll find out at some point. As you can see, that shield is meaning that we're not losing as much health, which means we can take another turn or two over killing the creatures. And just a good offense is usually a good defense. Just means overall you take less damage. You can just keep going for longer. Now, is that, I think, a slightly better weapon? This only's got 2 points of damage. That's got 2 points. That's got 2 points. But that's got 3 points. So, yeah, that is our new weapon. Wow, that was really need to pay attention again. Just go a little bit slower, getting around these new areas. Oh, going off a decent pace, exploring. Seems to be fairly easy going at the moment. That's a good and also a bad thing. It being a little heavier going means we come across more creatures, get more opportunity to level. Now I took out that raven first because it's fairly easy to kill. Causes about as much damage as one of these creatures, which is only causing one. So it just helps reduce the number of attacks that we're going. Tesla bolts, they're nice. Just wondered if that actually did anything. Yes, of course. Best way of exploring is to let's just go stand on it and see what happens. Yes, more items that I've never really seen before. Tesla coil rod. Ooh, look what that does. Clockwork rod. Ooh, a clockwork thunderclap. Yes, there's definitely a lot of interesting items. Gonna have to have a look at. Ooh, and we got somewhere to sell. Have they got anything useful? Dwarfen Wiffle Maul. Lots of explosive. Yes, how does a paint roller get so much explosive damage? Cracked or traffic cone. Nothing that we really need. So, we don't need this, gonna need all of those. Hefty stick, we'll keep that in case it's a crafting item, I have no idea. Let's just sort out inventory a little. We go put the wands at the front here. Get the ranged stuff out next. Actually shove that wand over there. Then have these things, and we've got some more ranged items, yet more ranged items, and then, oh, I don't know what we got. Get some traps out. Generally, if I need food, I'll look in my inventory. We got all our ranged attacks just over here. We don't need gems. We're going to keep hold of those though, and just put them down here. Drinks we can make use of. We got porter still. Now, have ingredients, but do we have the skill? Yes. No. No, we have not the skill. What gives us the skill should we need it at a later date? So that would be probably Mad Scientist. Very late on, so we're not going to see any alchemy for a while. So we might as well ditch these because they're not going to be that useful. Hard-sided, yeah, it gives us some magic points, but quite frankly, we're going to get most of them from the blood magic, so it's just going to block up our inventory. Alchemical ooze, I have no idea what that does, so that can go down there. Until I actually find some use for it, I'm not going to carry it around. Odious puffball, split that up so we got ourselves another ranged attack. And some of these crafting components, until we need them, they're just going to take up space. So we'll put those there. And then that pretty much keeps us down. We've just got food and drink and weapons at hand. And of course, we know where we've got it in the shop. Useful supplies should we actually need them. Now, we've just got a load of batties to go through. Just get rid of those. They cause some bit of damage, but we can take them on. Helps a lot better when they don't actually defend against it, because we can kill them in one hit. Which means if we can kill them in one hit, it means we take no damage at all. Even when they dodge, still causing a fair chunk of damage against them. And there's just an endless supply of them at the moment. That's them gone. Probably one of the legions. Yes, look. Lord Dredmor's 84th cohort. That's why there was so many of the same type of creature there. Have a little wander down. Oh, volcanic cell. They're pretty rare, so we'll keep hold of that. Our innate abilities here, doing as well. Gives us plenty of damage. Good resistances at the moment. Might be worth having a look at geomancy. Maybe even something else. Because the defensive strategy seems to be working quite well for us. We've got no doors, so we've kind of explored all the way around here at the moment. And we've got nowhere else that we can go at this moment. So what we'll just do, we'll drop off this volcanic cell just over here and skedaddle. Still not going to touch those because they can send us anywhere. It's not until I've completed this whole area that I'll actually start using them. No, we are going... Right, that's a 40% chance. So next time, this level, we're going to learn some more trap mate ability. Because just being able to get rid of traps is just so useful. And generally, every time I find a trap I can't disable, that means we need to make sure we've got a skill increase in it. And that was the first trap we came across since increasing it that we couldn't disable. Okay, so we've got a couple of creatures, so it's a good time to use off that Promethean fire ability because it gives that ranged spread attack. Against single creatures, we just keep using the Puscient Touch, or Pucient Touch. It adds up the damage quite considerably. And this is quite useful. It just helps weaken creatures to a point where the next attack, using the Pucient Touch, pretty much guarantees that these earlier level creatures we can take out in one hit. So it all kind of stacks up, and of course with the Promethean ability we pretty much can kill most of the creatures fairly easily. And so it helps increase our mana, which means we don't lose too much. And it just kind of all stacks on top of one another. And if we can get something that also helps regenerate our magic at the same time, it can all stack up to be quite powerful. Just go across here. I kind of sometimes find they end up with a lot of traps around there. There we go. And look, we managed to take that one out with even that raising a finger. Well, we did hit it with the spell, but other effects and stuff I think just help contribute towards its death. See here, we're not really going to find anything group. Now we've got a group coming up, so we'll slap out that magic. It just helps weaken them a little bit. They kind of get in each other's way, so it just helps limit the number of creatures that we're going to face. Oh, now this is a new area. Dining table. I don't want to risk too much. We're in good health at the moment. Subaru. Interesting. Interesting. We'll send that off that way. I shouldn't have walked into that. That's caused a lot of unnecessary damage. Now, also, we just lost all our magic. I'm going to get this back relatively quickly. I should have paid a little bit more attention. Oh, Shuddy Dwarven IED, never too bad. We've got some more softballs. Not exactly the most useful thing. Now, this is definitely one of the new areas. These wooden doors are all part of that new area. Gnome should be an easy kill. Yes, lost some more magic. It's coming out from our magic shield. So it does work and it is quite effective, but yes, you can lose magic at a fairly rapid rate. It's not so bad when you've got it. Mini fridge, what do we get? Oh, alchemical ooze. Is there anything in these? Oh, interesting. Places to hide. Well, I see. It's a kitchen of some sort. So definitely one of the new areas. Quite interesting design. It's kind of how to make your dungeon make sense. And of course, you always need a place filled with diggles to, of course, make good logical sense as to why everything's there. Why this loony has all these statues of himself, even when they're like right next to each other. Because, of course, logical sense in a situation like this really, really does help. Right, let's kill the demon gnome and move on. So we're getting there. Oh, a little bit of fire damage, just kind of weaken them all here. Now, deaths are pretty tough. They cause a fair amount of damage. Really could do with a better weapon. So So I'll be on the lookout for something to act as a weapon. We're not going to open up that at the moment. Not until we just got rid of all of this. And now we can... Ouch. Yeah, we're going to just go for a little jog. Because hopefully we'll be able to get you to just increase your distance a little. Fortunately, the only problem with this strategy is you've got a chance of spawning other creatures. Okay, we need something high health, or we need something to stun him with. Puffball might stun him. No. Okay, so much for that strategy. We've got no teleporter. We've got a teleporter some distance. Okay, let's see. What other strategy have we got? Well, we've got a bit of room now. So we can make use of this table and just eat our way to a bit of health. I think also see about putting some traps down. That's taken a good chunk out of him. Another bit of fire damage. And there we go. That got him. Phew. The big thing is kind of not to panic, and just, if you have to take your time, take your time. Using your natural regen just to run around a bit is sometimes worth it. It does save unnecessary death, and that was not something I meant to do. Got ourselves another trap, not a bad thing. And also got access to a ring. Ooh, now that is nice. Nice ring. That is some Voltronic damage and also speed, nimbleness. So that'll affect some of our defensive abilities. As you can see, not taking too much damage with all those resistances we got. Again, we still could do with doing some more damage, especially because of the more powerful creatures. Ooh, now that's interesting. What is that stuff? No, that's transmutive resistance, one crushing, very, very weak. We need something a lot more powerful, really. I don't think we really found anything worthy of putting into the Anvil of Krong at the moment either. So, we've now pretty much explored the whole area. So we can do a little bit more exploration. See, just a little bit more damage and we could probably take these creatures out in a single hit. That opens up that gate, but from the other way, so it's totally utterly pointless. We'll pull there, but I like doing it anyway. Okay, so that is the entire place explored. We got one quest. Yes, we do want to do the quest. And we got given an item, so we just need to hop over to the shrine over here and defeat whatever it brings up. I think it was defeating. I didn't really pay attention to it, to be honest. Drop it on there. And the boss comes out. Okay, first thing we do is slap him once and see what happens. Okay, decent amount of damage he causes. We can cause a decent amount of damage back. So what we're going to do is going to take a step. We're going to hit him with a bowler. But you see, even though that's happened, he may have resisted it, but he still took the effect. So it meant he got slowed. So again, we hit him with that. Now, we only get an additional little bit of damage. Use the Tesla. So that now gives us volcanic resistance, not great, but it gives us additional damage, which you can then use on this, which will slowly wear him down. Slap him with another one of those, acid flask is great because it'll hit right under his feet and just keep damaging him. Okay, now resistances. This is block, also gives crushing, piercing and flame resistance. It's not a bad combination, and then it does get us another one towards an attack. Fairly common attack, so we'll go with that. And hopefully this new weapon, 3 damage and some block. I think we'll take that. It's not that much damage additional, but I think the additional block chance is not anything really to be sniffed at. Okay, so that's everything explored. We're all ready. We've kind of... Actually, I think we could just do with going to the shop, really. So we'll hop over to the nearest portal. Oh, that portal doesn't go anywhere. And no, that's over to there. That one's over to there. So I'm going to guess this one goes over to there. So that was probably... Could have just walked to that. So we've got not a bad selection here. Right, let's just get rid of some of these things that we don't actually need, like these rusty swords, the mace. Yeah, it's just nowhere near good enough. Not even in the slightest. We don't need this. Aqua Regia is going to be no real use to us at the moment, because we've got just no alchemy ability. Without any alchemy ability, the Porter Still is going to be useless, so we can pop that there. Also, we've got some more crafting ability stuff, so that can go over there. Actually, we'll put those just here. What we got? We've got miscellaneous stuff there. Yeah, so zinc ingot. We'll keep these around because they could be useful. Those are useful. We don't really need that at the moment. We'll keep all the food. Solution of gold. I can't remember what it does. That is not useful to us at the moment. More food. Got traps. Got all those lovely items. That's kind of all we need. We sold off what we can. Okay, we're basically ready to go down to the next area. So we'll hop around the corner. Oh, just deal with that. Prepare to re-roll. Not on your life. Quite literally, your life. And we're not going to bother go get him. He's just too far away. Okay. So, we've got this new area. So we're going to find some tougher creatures down here. We've yet to find a zoo. Now, they're always amusing. Merlot. We can't actually get that at the moment. Ooh, statue. He's going to be worth about 200 this time. Yes. 200 points. And we found our first quest giver. Statue to Inconsequentia. And talking about zoos, what do we find? We found a zoo in a awful, awful place. Fortunately, it's only 28 monsters, which means we've got a chance on this, but we're going to have to slap down everything pretty hard. And we've got to make sure we don't get surrounded here. It's going to be quite easy to get a little bit lost here. So we've got to make good use of everything we've got. Okay, so we're going to be slapping out a lot of sort of like ranged and area effects here. So we make use of what we've got when we can. Anything that does lasting damage. So what we got? Probably a good another time to use the fire damage. So we're going to have some creatures dying soon. Just keep an eye on our health. We just lost a load of magic, but we also gained a load of magic. So that's going to be going up and down. A bit crazy at the moment. Now, we don't want to do the shoddy IED, but we can slap down that trap just there. And then just keep hammering away. Watch the health. Right, now, use the bowler, get ourselves a little bit of breathing space, and then magics, excellence, or drain life. That is going to be useful right at the moment. So, going to slap that in and fire off the fire magics, because there's draining life ability. Just keep going. We've got a problem. We're going to get surrounded here, so we're going to step back a bit. This will help limit the numbers that we're going to be facing. Thankfully now we're actually facing some living creatures. Now we don't have too much longer. You see, we're starting to get out of position now, so we'll slap him, keep him where he is. Slap him, keep him where he is. Nope. We are now very much into the last area that we can really go. So, use that. Plenty of food. Thankfully we dodged that. Wand of Tesla. That's going to give us some additional damage. Kind of need to do everything we can here. We got some food coming out. Acid flask. Anything that gets in front of us needs to die. Then we're going to hit the fire damage, because it should kill the death and cause additional damage to the creature behind. We can kill that. This is kind of now. We need to lob in that. It's going to cause some damage to everyone around. Got 3 health coming. Okay. We still got plenty of volcanic damage coming. Right, let's grab that. We need to make sure our food is still coming in consistently at the moment. Okay, undead ethanol. Right, that is going to be a bit of a problem. So, he's going to be resistant to most things. Yes. Okay, poison ampule. What can we get off him? It does do 3 volcanic damage. So, slashing. So I can't remember. That causes it gets half damage. Slashing and... no, he's pretty resistant to piercing. Okay, now they are fairly low damaging, so we'll just watch his hits at the moment. And we'll watch this creature's hits. There we go. That's got rid of most of them. We're down to 8 creatures. Now, we need to just make sure we kill anything, really. Toxie Blobby. Watch the health. See if it creates any special effects. Okay, we are okay for the moment. Let's just eat some more food, because we've got another creature coming. Slap a little bit of fire. No, we can't. We're a bit low on magic at the moment. That's okay. We should be able to kill the creature, and we're just going to pick up and loot what we can. So, we managed to deal with most of that at the moment. Now, what's going to be left is mostly flying creatures. Probably the ghosts on this level. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put down a shoddy ID. Just kind of let him take some damage. It's of course what they're there for. Better that he takes the damage than us. And there we go. There's the flying creatures I was talking about. We can just use some crossbows against them. Just use up this ammunition. And these aren't... they are nasty. I do not like them. So we're going to use our very good ammo against them. That wasn't really a lot of damage. Okay, we'll try slapping a poison ampule. And then also, can we slap him with a bowler? Yep. And we're just going to keep causing damage against him, because we want to take him out. Because they cause hyperboron damage, which is incredibly hard to resist on the whole. Now, we're doing okay because of our various resistances. We're not taking too much damage, even though we are taking damage. There we go. And there. Finally. We got them. And we got... Oh my word. 3 resistance, 1 slight little reduction in what we can see, but wow. Okay, that's really very good. And I think that is the item we are going to enchant. So what we're going to do, we're doing okay at the moment. How is our inventory? Pretty much gutted. Oh, and there you go. That saves us all the distance. We're going to go enchant this. Oh, and it gives us some stubbornness. What does that do? Nothing really at the moment, but it does increase our stubbornness. Right. And we're getting pretty close to another level as well. So that's a zoo to deal with. Oh, this is going to be a large Diggle area. Again, we need to make sure that we don't get overrun here. So we're going to just kind of play this sensibly and just kind of fall back where we have to. We're losing a lot of magic. Now, while that shield is effective, it does kind of hurt sometimes. So we probably, with how much we've been taking, do need to see maybe increasing our blood mana. Because we could really do with having more, so we can use the Promethean magic a bit more. Because we don't really need to be on minus all the time. Health is doing okay. Not really going up, not going down. So we're generally there. So this is kind of one of the real advantages for this. And you find this ability is off the Warlockery. It's kind of the wizard. You're born a wizard, but you really wanted to be a fighter. And so there's some pretty good abilities in there. And a lot of them are quite defensive in nature. That's slightly better than the robe. I mean, 1 counter chance, which gets totally sucked up with the ability that we've got up at the moment. But it still is ever so slightly better. So we'll have that. We'll probably bash that. Ooh, plate greaves. That will give us... I don't care what the negatives are. It gives us some damage reduction. We kind of desperately need damage reduction. We've smashed that all up. Oh, some loot fisk. Ooh, clone. Evil clone. Doing acidic damage. That's about all it's doing at the moment, so it's only doing 2 at a time, so we can deal with that. Grab all the loot fisk. We are getting close to leveling, however. And another shrine to inconsequentiate. So we've got 2 quests that we can do on this level. I think we kind of got probably the hard part, and there we go. We've got ourselves a level. Okay, now we picked up the Geomancy last time. What we're going to do is we're going to take the Seismic Uppercut. So Seismic Uppercut means that we now got another ability that we can use sort of like at will. Ooh, that's pretty good actually. Stun attack. Oh yes. Only lasts a turn, but we can use it pretty much anywhere, I'm wondering. So, are we going to be able to use that at range? Well, we did manage to do it from 1 square away. But how many squares can we actually use this from? Let's try here. Oh, look at that. That is going to be very, very useful. So, seismic wave, yes. Battle geology. Yes, very nice. And it's also every 12 turns. Oh, the stun ability might only last a turn. Ooh, is that our new weapon? That is our new weapon. I'll just equip this. Sorry, put in our inventory. No, we're not going to bash that because there's some picklocks just around the corner. Bit of a waste because we get some experience points for picklocking it. Oh, and Dwarven Express Post. Excellent. We got a chance for picking up 3. Yes, 3 special items. Now, we might get 3 creatures, but it's still worth a shot. Because if nothing else, you get plenty of experience points either way. He's stolen poison ampoules from us. Right, take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. And take that. And we'll take our poison ampoules back. Still doing okay on hit points. Ooh, that's an even better weapon. Health. And also more special abilities. And we get another item, just what we need. And, oh, that is even better. That's a total of 10 damage. That's only a total of 8 damage. Yes, it might give us like +1 health, 1 crit. Yeah, that's a much better item. So we now got ourselves a good weapon. Oh, and there's some grated cheese as well. Okay. So, let's go quickly test out this weapon. That's against an enraged Diggle. That's pretty good. Managed to take out a couple of Electro Blobby. That's all kind of 2-hit creatures now. That's very nice. Well, I think we could do with some more general attack damage, some more power. So what, next level, what? We might want to go for something... Basalt Skin, what does that do? Resistance... You can better turn away Plang's Claws, that's like damage. That's drag your opponent towards you and cause blocking damage. Maybe something like the Rocket Powered Punch. Yeah, that will give us quite, I think, decent combat ability. Venter, I mean, we don't really need much. I mean, kind of got a free choice, really, for this next level or two, I think. We kind of seem to be doing a respectable amount of damage. We don't have to worry too much. We got all these same creatures just coming up, so we'll slap them around a bit. Yes, I think this is definitely going very well, this one. And they're causing ethereal damage, and don't like ethereal damage. Ooh, now, I think that's much better armor. That gives us more resistance. No, not over there. No. Yes, put it in the right place. And also better armor. Yeah, the negatives, yeah, slightly reduced magic regeneration, but that doesn't matter because we get that somewhere else. We get that through the blood magic. Also affects spell power. We're not really using spells directly, so again that doesn't matter too much. But it also really increases our block chance, which just allows us to outright deflect damage, our damage absorption on top of all of our resistances. This means we're going to be not really taking a lot of damage. If we can find some more decent armor, we're going to be pretty damn powerful. We've got a load of items. Okay. So, it's all looking pretty good at the moment. We'll just quickly pop our head up to see where we are. Oh, we're all the way over there. We'll have another look at somewhere else when we get there. Well, there's another set of stairs up over here. We'll just have a quick look up there, see where we pop up. Ooh. Just get rid of that batty. See, we're not really taking a lot of damage now. That's nowhere near. We don't want to go down, obviously, so we'll head back up. And then we'll just go up the stairs that we came down originally, because that one was fairly close. Yes, because it's... No. Do hate that when I do that at times. Right, we'll just get rid of this creature over here. Not really too worried. We can block, good chance of blocking. And we'll just sell off some of this equipment. You see, we don't need this. We got better than that. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that armor. Don't need that armor. We're going to keep this just in case. Again, it's something else we can craft with later. Solution of gold. We don't really need. Purity potion. Gets rid of negative status effects. We can't use that at the moment. Again, we probably don't want all of these. I might go through and just check those later. Gems we don't really need. Keep all the food on us because that's always going to be useful. And there we go. It got down to traps. Get rid of the sewer brew. So we've got plenty of brews should we need them. We'll just move these arrows down so they don't slip into there. We've got plenty of traps and stuff like that. We'll just make sure we've got all the traps in our inventory. So we've got plenty to come back and craft with later on. And we're still missing like a lot of components, but we are only down to the second level. We haven't really explored very far. But at the moment, I think we're looking pretty kick-ass. And this creature, yeah, no damage. It's taking magic effect. Ooh, statue. We can get down from there, so we do not need to pull the lever here. And we got the seismic ability, so we can slap him around a bit. Just get rid of that. Steps down. Yes, I know. We're going to slap you, stun you for a turn. You're already dead. So what we actually want to do is want to pull this lever. It doesn't matter because we can get down the other way. Now, as it happens, there's an item that we don't need or want. But we can go find those other diggles later. Another lutefisk statue. And the nice thing about this ability, as always, it's got plenty of uses. I mean, every 12 turns, that's just going to be so useful for getting us out of trouble. And with that stun effect as well. Yeah, look, that's pretty powerful. Dazed. The dazed actually reduces its ability, and we're doing existential damage as well, which is very rare for a monster to actually have any resistance against. I actually missed there. I clicked on the wrong square. Just gonna wait a moment. Oh, boots. Oh, reduces our blocking, but it does reduce everything else. So less penalties. Okay, it's not maybe as directly as good, but less penalties, the more some of our side abilities might actually come into play and actually be useful. I never really turn that down when I'm given a relatively equal choice. Robo trigger, and then of course we can slap him, stun him for a turn. Just allows us to increase the distance, so we get turn's grace or 2. And I think, yeah, a lot of these guys are, yeah, no damage, no damage, no damage, no damage. Not going to last forever, but it's because we've got a lot of this resistance. We got various of the basic resistances all covered. Okay, just going to go through this one last door, see what's in here. Oh, we got ourselves a smithing kit. And, ooh, that, interesting. It's only basic damage though. We'll go, it's a good item though, so we'll grab that. Tinkerer's goggles. Yes, definitely a load of new stuff to actually investigate and check out, see what we want to create. We'll grab that anyway. Okay. I think we had a pretty good run there. I mean, at the moment, we seem nigh on invincible. We've still got plenty of room to put on more items. We've got ourselves a good weapon. We're causing a lot of damage. Our spells are effective. We've got some good stun effects. We haven't managed to craft anything much for ourselves, but yeah, these new abilities, when you work them in combination, I think with a few other bits and pieces, could be really very effective. I'd love to see some more of these though. And we'll see what some of these unique abilities that we can get out. I mean, this one, Basalt Skin, I do wonder if that's going to be very effective for very big fights. Okay, that's all for now. We're definitely going to be back later carrying on this playthrough. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.